Vice President Kamala Harris, did you hear this? Doing a complete 180 when it comes to her border messaging, promising now a crackdown during her visit to Arizona over the weekend.
So I was Attorney General of a border state. I went after the transnational gangs, the drug cartels, and human traffickers. We know our immigration system is broken, and we know what it takes to fix it. That includes strong border security and an earned pathway to citizenship. We had a chance to pass the toughest bipartisan border security bill in decades. But when I am president, I will sign the bill.
But those words do not line up with what she has said in the past, including, quote, an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal. She also said we must re-examine ICE and its role, and we must fundamentally overhaul our immigration enforcement policies and practices. They are cruel and out of control. Thomas Hodgson is a former sheriff and the chairman of the Trump 2024 campaign in Massachusetts, and he joins us now. Sheriff Hodgson, good morning to you. So what do you think of Kamala Harris's new messaging, claiming to be tough on the border? Is anyone buying it?
Good morning, Carly, and thank you for having me. No, she's 3 years late and billions of dollars short. What she has done is basically attempted to try to reverse everything that she's responsible for, as well as Biden and Mayorkas. They basically have put our communities across this nation in serious debt with regards to the economy, our public safety. We have people laying in the airport, in Logan Airport, by the hundreds. Our hospitals are overwhelmed. It's outrageous. And in one case in Boston, Massachusetts, in Roxbury, they actually kicked the kids out of the community center whose parents had kept them there after school and so forth, so they weren't on the street corners being exposed to the fentanyl pouring in. They were kicked out of the community center so that these illegals who are coming into the country would have a place to stay.
Yeah,
it's outrageous. And this is all part of the Biden-Harris policy.
Well, listen, she's completely changing her stance when it comes to the border, especially when she talks to border states like Arizona, but even up in Massachusetts where you are, it's impacting your community as well, which says a whole lot. And she has said in the past that she supports decriminalizing illegal immigration. She also equated ICE agents to members of the KKK. So if she does become president, what does a Kamala Harris presidency look like when it comes to this issue?
It's going to be a tragedy because she'll just continue doing what she's already done. She is a pro-illegal vice president. She has been doing everything she can to support these people pouring in over the border in violation of the very laws that she took an oath to uphold, and impacting the quality of life for all Americans. And, you know, when you have a vice president who, frankly, cares so little about America that she would look in the camera and lie to us, like Mayorkas and Biden, and say everything's fine at the border. She's never worked on that border issue, and she was in charge of that issue. I've served under 5 presidents, and the only president that did anything to bring in people like America's sheriffs, sat down with us, met with us, talked to us about the things that were going on there so that when he created policy, it was going to go back and benefit the American people, was President Trump. They've never, Harris, Biden have never brought in the sheriffs to sit down and understand the issues and talk about how we interface with CBP and DHS. They've undermined us completely with regards to ICE and with regards to CBP and our collaboration to try to protect the people of our communities across this nation.
Well, Sheriff, Kamala Harris said at one of her rallies recently, Donald Trump doesn't want to fix this issue. He talks a big game about border security, but he doesn't walk the walk. Given what you just said about Donald Trump meeting directly with you, what do you think about that?
Well, it's not surprising. Look, she's gonna misrepresent the truth every step of the way. President Trump worked and created policy that did make a difference, and the American people can see it. They can see that she's really changing her tune and trying to pretend she's somebody she's not, and we're not going to buy it. The American people are fed up. They're being impacted in their neighborhoods in a very adverse way by these people pouring in by the millions, and it's time for us to move in a new direction, and the American people see that.
All right, Thomas Hodgson, thank you so much for joining us on this topic. It would be very good to hear this directly from her and questioning of it to see how she backs up this all of a sudden 180 when it comes to the border issues. We appreciate your insight. Thank you for waking up early with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You're very
Have a great
welcome.
day.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.